Hey everybody, Retro Geek Dad here, back with another toy review. This time we're looking at the Medieval Spawn action figure from McFarlane Toys. Except not this one, because we've already done the review on this figure. But what we haven't done a review on is this. I'm trying to get it to where you can see. This is the Kickstarter Medieval Spawn collectible action figure. This is something I've been waiting on for a while. It's kind of hard to see because it's a hologram cover, so I'm trying to kind of get reflection so you can see it. There we go. So they had kind of teased this a few years back, and I had fell in love. Now, this is a Medieval Spawn figure that was done through a Kickstarter through McFarlane Toys. There was 3 different versions of this Medieval Spawn figure. There was a blue version, a red version, and I believe a silver version. Or it was going to be like a gray, like a prototype sketch thing, but they changed it to, I think it was a silver. But I did buy the blue version, which is this one, and the black version, which is still coming. I haven't received it yet, but this thing is awesome. Really excited about this one. We're going to do kind of a package walkthrough, open them up, check out all the tons of accessories that comes with this figure, and just the insane amount of detail on this figure. So stay tuned, and we're going to get into it. Okay, so we're back. So like I was saying, this is the Medieval Spawn collectible action figure, and of course the front's all foil. It's a red foil. I had pledged on Kickstarter for this one and the black one. It came out to like $166, but that being said, shipping was $25 a piece on each of these, so that's $50 in shipping right there, which I know a lot of people were kind of upset about, but it is what it is, I guess. But I'm really excited about this one. I'm going to try my best to kind of show it because the package is like a foil, like a red foil, so it's kind of hard to see. So I've got a piece of cardboard just kind of reflecting the light back to it. So just kind of bear with me on that. But it's really cool. We have on the front an actual, like, you know, just the head of the Medieval Spawn figure. And then it's like a sleeve for the figure. So it's really cool. And on the side here we have a little, like, icon. It's a little hard to see. It's a little icon, that's the only thing. And then on the back, there's nothing on the back, just the red outline. And then here on the side, which I'm going to try to lay it down, we have the Medieval Spawn logo, which is kind of hard to see. There we go. Medieval Spawn logo. So really cool. Let's set it back up. So this box that it's in is a pretty good sized box. Let me get a measurement. Kind of zoom out a little bit. So we do have a height of about 13 and a half inches. The width is just about 9 3/4, and the depth is a little less than 6 1/4 inches. So it's a pretty good sized box, but like I said, this is actually just a slip cover, so I'm going to try to get all of this without messing anything up. So it's a really cool display piece. So on the inside, move that cardboard, maybe we won't need it. So we do have this really cool, and it's kind of embossed, and it's kind of hard to see, but it's a the sword and the shield. That's really hard to see. Let me see, come off the tripod. So it's kind of hard to see, but there you go. Of course, it's got a little, like a ribbon tab there to open it. I don't think there's anything else on here. Okay, on the back is the same design. So you open it. I'm going to try to do this. There we go. Take this. So this is just a piece of plastic. And of course we have our certificate here of authenticity. That's really cool, 2024. So we do have our figure right here. And it is packaged kind of like the original Medieval Spawn figure, which I'll throw a picture up right here. It kind of looks like that. It's got a little like throwback to that. But we do have our figure. He does come with a shield and sword on the inside. But over here, we do have a ton of extra accessories. Now each one of the tiers for the Kickstarter, it unlocked another weapon or accessory. So that's really cool. And each of the 3 figures, they each had their own exclusive accessory that came with them. I'll have to look up the details. But moving on, let's go ahead and look at all this. So we do have an axe, another sword, we have a big axe, a big shield, a couple of chest pieces, we have a bunch of different heads and helmets, little chain piece that goes across where the cape is, some hands and some gauntlet pieces. And then going back over here, up here on the top, we actually have like a Morning Star weapon and like a kind of mace weapon. So that's really cool. Let's lay this down, change the camera angle. So real quick, I just noticed this on the bottom. We do have a UPC code and everything here on the bottom. Look at that. So I'm going to raise the camera up and see if we can get a better angle shooting down so we can look at what we got. So stay tuned, I'll change the camera angle. Okay, so we're back. So hopefully this angle will be able to kind of see everything. Hopefully it'll work. So let's go ahead and we're going to start on this side with all of these weapons and accessories. So it does have a plastic kind of piece right here that holds everything in. We'll set that to the side. Try to not make a big mess. Okay, so we do have foam padding, so everything actually is in foam padding. That's really cool, really, you know, nice addition. We'll go ahead and start here. Just kind of pull these out. So we do have our first axe here. Might be a little difficult to see. Let's try this. I know the lighting's not very good, but there is that axe there. Really cool detail. Spiky handle there. Really neat. We'll set that to the side here. And then this sword. Okay, we'll take out the little sword here. So they're a little difficult to get out with the foam, but that's all right. So this is the other, or one of the swords. It's kind of spiky and everything. Pretty cool, got a little skull on the handle there. Really neat. And I'm gonna look at these again once we get the package out of the way, just because I know it's hard to see because my lighting is not any good. And we got the big axe here. That's really cool. That's really cool. It's got a spike handle on it. And this thing's just massive. It's got the wrapping on the handle and everything. Really cool. And then we do have a couple of chest pieces. So these are magnetic, and you can swap these out on the figure. So there are the chest pieces. And that one's just kind of a silver and gold, and this one actually has a little bit of the blue accents for the figure. Those are cool, and of course they have the magnets on the back. So they just attach real easily. Let's see, we've got, go ahead and take out all the heads. So we're gonna look at those. So we do have like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have 4 extra heads. And now this one is actually a helmet that's hollow on the inside that'll fit. We do have like a screaming face. We have a not screaming face, and it's kind of hard to see. But once I got the package out of the way, we'll look at these better. Now this one actually is called the Valkyrie, and the top of it actually lifts up so you can see the face underneath. It's got like a shield or a visor, but it's like a Valkyrie helmet with the wings. And then of course this is just the hollow one, so this would fit just over one of the regular heads like that. And then we have a Trojan head with the Trojan helmet. That's really cool. And let's see what else. What's this little thing here? This is the swappable chain piece, or for the cape. It just plugs in, and it's actually got the Spawn symbol on it. So we'll get a better look at that. The shield. Try to get that out of there. So this is the big tower shield. That's really cool. And of course it's got the handles on the back. And it does have a magnet in the middle there. That's cool. And I believe these are some extra hands. Try to get them out of there. It's easier said than done. Almost got it. There we go. So these are some extra hands. So we do have like a grasping hand. Just kind of reaching out, grasping. And we have a holding hand. Be kind of like a trigger finger hand, I guess. That's what you classify it as. These are I believe the extra gauntlet pieces. Either the gauntlet pieces or the leg pieces. There's that one, and then that one. And they have magnets on the back. So these are either go on the arm or go on the leg. We'll have to see when we get the figure. So there are, I believe that's everything. Yeah. So that's all the accessories on this side. So moving on over here, so you just lift these little plastic pieces up. And then this is the mace with a short handle. That thing's pretty heavy. Pretty cool. Yeah, real heavy. There's the mace. And then on this side, I believe is a Morning Star. Yeah. spiky morning star. There is that one. It's pretty cool. And it actually has a little chain. That's pretty heavy. Pretty spiky. I'll set that there. And let's see. We'll go ahead and take a look at the figure. So we'll pull these foam pieces out. Okay, so we'll take this out. Foam insert. And here is our medieval spawn figure. Remove this and put this to the side. Okay, I'll lower the camera back down so we'll kind of see a little bit better. Maybe that'll help. So here is our medieval spawn figure, and it is in a clamshell that is resealable, so you can take them out and you know, put them back in. A little difficult. Let me raise it back up a second. It's not getting the whole thing in the shot. There we go. Move that light back. So there we go. So yeah, so it is in a resealable clamshell. It does have the, you know, the little stickers here like the original. This is pretty cool. But this is the classic blue version of the medieval spawn figure. It's really cool. So it does come in a clamshell, so we can pop this open, and it's hinged. And then on the inside, we actually get a special comic book. And this is the front cover, or it's supposed to be like the front cover. I think it's Spawn issue number 15, I believe. I believe that's the right number. And that's got this picture of Spawn on it. So we do have this really cool comic, and it does have the red foil on it. And on the back, I don't think there's other Spawn symbol on the back. So this is just kind of a little introduction to the medieval Spawn character from the comics. It's got some really awesome artwork in it. It talks about the figures in the Kickstarter. So there we go. Okay, so right here, the Valkyrie helmet is the blue and the AP edition, which the AP I believe is the silver one. Roman helmet is blue and black, and the closed mouth hamburger head is the black and AP. So that's the exclusive heads, or the exclusive items. A couple of items we've seen so far. And this is, of course, the original 1995 figure versus the 2004 remastered. And that's actually our boy right here, right there. And a couple of pictures from the Kickstarter. A couple of promo pictures, really cool photography. And a couple of the toy concepts from the original figure. So some really cool, you know, little Easter eggs and things like that in here. I believe each comic is probably the same comic, but the foil will be different. So we'll put that back here. So here is this right here. So we do have a stand, a shield, and the swords. So let's go ahead and pop out this shield. So this is the kind of classic medieval Spawn shield. It does have the magnet and the buckles on it. And then of course we have the medieval Spawn sword. Whoops. Drop that. A little pommel came off. So here is the medieval Spawn sword. right there. And like I said, the little pommel piece came off. It just plugs in. Yep, just plugs in. A little piece fell off. So, really cool sword, really cool detail. And let's go ahead and pop out the stand. And the stand's just I think it's just a simple black stand with the Medieval Spawn logo. But it does have 2 foot pegs, which is good. Most stands only come with the 1 peg. I got some plastic. And then here is our boy. We got a piece of plastic around the cape. So we'll set this to the side. Now we can lower the camera. Get a little bit better angle here. Let me adjust the camera real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. So here is our classic blue Medieval Spawn figure. I mean, just the detail is insane. I don't know if any of it's showing up through the camera, but it is insane, the amount of detail. Of course, we have the scabbard for the sword. And the cape is actually like a hard plastic cape. But look at the detail on the cape. Just the etchings and the stitching. That is crazy. I'm just floored by how detailed this figure is. I mean, the chainmail, the chains, stitching right here on the armor, chainmail skirt, the gauntlets. It's just crazy. We'll go ahead and take a quick look at articulation. So the head, I don't know if we can remove the cape so we can get better shot. Let's see. I know that these come out, so you can change the little chain pieces here. Let's see if we can take these chain pieces off like so. And then the cape, okay, the cape does come off. We'll have to go, the sword and the cape are 2 separate. So we'll take the cape off, and then the sword scabbard we'll take off. There we go. Now we can look at articulation. Set these to the side. Okay. So articulation, so the head is on a ball joint. Really good movement there. And of course the head is, you know, you can change it. Had the straps for the back of the mask here. That's crazy. Look at the back of this. The cape hides that. That is crazy. The arms, so the arms are on a ball joint on the inside. Now the shoulder pieces are actually a separate piece that is kind of loose and rotates around the arm. And then themselves, they appear to be on a ball joint, so you can move the shoulder pads. And then this separate piece here. And then the arms, there we go. So let's take this off. So this is one of the gauntlets, and that's a magnet. So the arm does move, good click. We have rotation right here at the top of the arm. Okay. The elbows are double jointed, I believe. Because we have a joint, maybe. I don't want to force it, but I think we do. It looks like there's a joint right there. I just don't want to force it, but we do have a joint here at the elbow. Okay, and then No rotation in the gauntlet, so no rotation there. We do have the hand is on a ball joint, so it does move. And there appears to be a separate joint inside of the wrist here. Now it's really hard to see, but that might just be the whole thing. Yeah, that's the whole thing. So we just have the one here. We do have right here at the ab, rotation there. Not a lot, but enough to twist and turn. The waist does not turn. No, it does just a little bit. So we do have a little rotation in the waist, with the belt and everything being in the way. The legs, so they are, oh, lost the light. Light down. Hang on one second, technical difficulties. Okay, that was some technical difficulties. So back to articulation. So with the leg, we do have a joint right here. It moves pretty good. It's not really a ball joint, but it's got a pretty good amount of movement. Now there is some limitations because of the butt piece right here. It does kind of hesitate the, kicking the leg back or whatever. No rotation at the top of the thigh, but we do have double jointed knees. So the knees are double jointed, good clicks. No rotation in the boots, those are sharp. And the foot is on a rocker. And we do have a toe joint. So pretty good movement there. So really good articulation. Really good articulation, honestly. Move that to the side. Really happy with the articulation. Now, this gauntlet also is magnetic, so we can take that one off. We'll sit those there. Little spawn symbols on the boot. This is crazy. There's just so much detail on this figure. It's just crazy. I know I've said that like 6 or 7 times already, but it's amazing. Yes, we do have double jointed elbows, because this one's double jointed. Just a little stiff, yeah. So we do have double jointed elbows on the arms. Yeah, so that's basically the articulation. Now I know that these are more collectibles than they are actual play toys. So there's not going to be a need for a whole lot of movement and stuff. And if you're going to pose them, that's fine. But as far as like playability, there's not really going to be much. Just because it'd be better just to have it on display. So really cool. Let's take a look at some of the like snap-on pieces and stuff. So we've seen the gauntlets, and they're just magnetic, so they just pop right on, just like that. So that's really cool. These are the other gauntlets. So you can do something like that, and it just snaps right on there. And that's just really cool. And then we have the other one. It's just like that. And it's that like a spiky kind of at the end. So, and of course, you can mix and match however you want to. Which is really cool. So you can mix and match those. So those are the gauntlets. We do have the chest pieces. So this chest piece, just magnetic, right on and off. And with that, you can kind of see a little bit better the inside joint here. So there's that. So we do have the just kind of gold and silver chest piece. Just like that. And then we have the other one, a little stretch to them. I want it to sit quite right. Just have to kind of push it a little bit. And there's that one. There's a little hint of gold at the top, like a little airbrush gold, but that, you know, factors in pretty good with the belt and everything. So that looks pretty good. And of course we do get a alternate piece for the cape. So this is the one that it came with, and then we have the one with the spawn symbols. So we have the two different chain pieces, and they just, you know, they plug into right here once you have the cape on, because it helps hold the cape on. They just plug in there like that. There is the spawn one. Just kind of loosely sit it in there, so that's the spawn one. Okay. I actually kind of like the one that was on it, just because it's got that like kind of like, I don't know if it's feathery kind of design, but I like that. And we have, let's look at the heads. So the head that's on it currently is the medieval spawn, you know, regular head. And we just pop that off. That's a nice long peg right there. Let's try the Valkyrie one. Just kind of push it on. There we go. Just took a little finesse. So there's the Valkyrie helmet. And of course it lifts up just like that. That's really cool. And then we have, see that one. We have the Spartan head. It's a little tricky to get on. That one's not wanting to go. There we go. There's the Spartan head. Just takes a little finesse getting the heads on. You might have to heat them a little bit. Get them on. So there's that one. And then of course we have the regular head, what they call the hamburger head, and the helmet actually can come off, so you can have the unmasked hamburger head, and the helmet just goes on just like that. And the eyes on the helmet are cut out, so you can see the green eyes kind of through them. It's hard to see, but you can do that, or you know, you can have them holding the helmet if you wanted to do that. That's pretty cool. And then we have the screaming head. So there's the screaming head, just like that. That's pretty cool. But I think I'm going to stick to the classic and just have the classic spawn head on. So those are cool with all the different heads and stuff. And let's see, what else do we have? We have the hands. So the hands that are on it are both holding hands. Okay. And then we have, let's give it a little twist. Okay, so the peg, so I'm a little iffy about the peg. So I don't know if you can see it, but it's not a full peg. You see that little, there's a little gap. It's really hard to see, but there's a little gap there. I'm not too happy with that, but it is what it is. The extra hand is this hand. So I'll put that one on. And then for the other side is the grasping hand. Oh, sorry about that, we just had a bunch of stuff fall. It's a lot of packaging. Just kind of maneuver that on there like that, so yeah, we're good. Okay, so there is that hand. So you can definitely be like, you know, pose it like that or however you want to. So it's pretty cool. Let's see what else we got. I think all we have left really is just the weapons. So we can kind of look at those. Let's see. Let's check out the axes. So we've got the 2 axes, and so this is the axe from earlier. See it a little easier now. It does have like the little chips in it. It's pretty cool. Little bat wing designs. Pretty sharp spike. Got little spikes here too. And as far as the hands go, it should be pretty easy just to kind of maneuver them into the hands. Of course, it's easier said than done. There we go. There is that axe in his hand. Let's slide all this stuff so we can see better behind it. Really cool accessories. That's a lot of accessories. So there is the big axe. Of course, you know, he can have it holding any way you want to have him hold it. You could do something like that. You know, however you want to. Really cool. And then we have the smaller axe, which looks a little more gruesome to me. A little more gnarly. I just got a spike on the top, little spikes here. You actually see the little bit of green on the spawn eyes. It's pretty cool. So same kind of thing. Handle on this one's a little thinner, so it's a little easier to get in his hand. So there's that one. It's pretty cool. I mean, you can almost have him dual wield, you know, this in one hand and a sword in the other. Let's look at the mace. So this is the short mace I showed earlier. It's pretty spiky, pretty neat. And it's got a short handle. Now there is a hole right there. I'm not sure what that hole's for. Maybe it's just for whatever you can put in there, I guess. I don't know. There is the mace. Holds it pretty good with it being heavy too. So pretty cool. And then of course we have the Morning Star, and it's on the chain. Pretty cool. And with it being on the chain, you can kind of come up with different poses for it. You know, however you want to do it. I mean, he could be almost holding it where it's like almost on the ground. You know, something kind of like that. But the handle is a little thinner, but it progressively gets wider near the top of it. Might do it in a different hand. So in his regular hand, yeah, no problem there. That's his regular hand that he had on. So no problem there holding it. Then we have this sword. This is kind of like a Lord of the Rings Uruk-hai sword kind of looking thing. It looks pretty bad. There's little spikes there. Like, I wouldn't want that thing flying at me. I'll put that in his hand. Maneuver it around the thumb. Just like that. So there we go. There's that sword. Just like that. That's pretty cool. And then we have his regular classic medieval spawn sword. It's got some nice detail in the inlay. Little design there. It's pretty cool. So we can put that in his hand. And the pommel, it did come off. So So it did come off. I'm guessing it does that so you can slide their hand in, and then you can just put that in there, which would make it a lot easier. You can just slide it in and stick this piece on the bottom, just like that. So there we go. There's his regular sword. It's massive. So cool. So cool. Just pop that off, slide it out, just like that. And the way it's made, it only fits in, I think it only fits in one way, yeah. It's kind of notched, so it only fits in one particular way. The shield, so the shields have the buckles, and I'm wondering if the buckles, yeah, so the buckles actually detach just like that. So you can have it go where the magnet is, like that, and then kind of plug it back in, which might be easier said than done. Now this back one's a little tight. Let's see. Slide it down a little bit. Yeah, so it's a little easier said than done with the shield. Just leave that one loose for now, but I mean, I got the shield upside down. Maybe that's the problem. Let's try it, or no, yeah. I had the I had the shield upside down. Let's try it again. That and that, bingo, easy peasy. There we go. So that's the shield. Of course, it pops back out, but basically, that's what it is. I don't want to really catch. So it takes some finagling with the shield. So definitely have to kind of finagle with the shield. So, but there is the medieval spawn shield. He looks just like Captain America. Really cool. So this is like the classic shield, and then we do have a, they call a tower shield. So this one's a bigger shield, and it's got the bracers too. So this one looks like it's made more so for this hand because of the small and then the large buckle. But they pop off just like the other one. And then we will slide the arm there. Have it attached to the magnet. And these shoulder pads are kind of going crazy, but you know. We'll try to plug these back in. A little easier. I think that's it. And here is the tower shield. So, and then let's try to bend his arm. Well, the little shoulder pad came off. So there's the tower shield. A little thing came undone. Just plugs in. It's a ball joint. Plugs into the peg. I will get to that in a second. But there is the tower shield. Not a big fan of that one. I like the original better, but it is pretty cool. It does have a lot of detail. Yeah, I'm more of a sucker for the original. But yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of stuff here. A lot of weapons and accessories and things. You know, really cool. I do have, you know, the black one coming. Really excited about that one too. So, cool figure. You know, definitely cool figure. You know, like I said earlier, when I saw these teased that they were going to be making it, I was just, you know, I was blown away and excited. Just kind of waiting and waiting and waiting. Real quick, because I didn't cover this, but the sword and the sheath. So the sword doesn't go all the way down in the sheath. And I think that's by design so that you can pose it with him drawing the sword out. Things like that. So still pretty cool looking. But yeah, you know, when this figure came out, I was super excited about it. You know, I was wanted to be one of the first, you know, to fund it, just because it was so cool, so detailed. Really excited. I know this is kind of a long rambling video, but I just wanted to try to cover everything that it came with. I am going to take some still photos at the end of this video to kind of show off a few of the combinations and poses and stuff. Definitely stay tuned for those photos, because I'm going to try to get a bunch of different you know, variations and things, stuff that would just take too long to do on a video. But yeah, as soon as I get the black one, you know, I'm going to do a review on it. You know, if you like my content, subscribe, thumbs up, drop a comment. You know, definitely check out some of my other videos. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we will catch you again next time.